There were these twin brothers.
Where are they from?
You know, I didn't write any twin brothers into this today, but as I was sitting here, I thought, oh, I forgot the twin brothers. Next time, I promise. Or not. Well, we've all walked into a room filled with people, and you feel very comfortable, usually. Sometimes you don't. But when you walk into a room at a center for spiritual living, almost universally, you feel accepted, welcome, maybe like home. I've heard that any number of times. The one moment I walked in, I felt like I was at home. Whether it was a drum circle, or some sort of a workshop, a talking circle. I hope that's everyone's experience. But I also know that sometimes it's not. There is a vibration that we all feel. And sometimes it's the vibration of love. And we all relate to that. That's our normal, innate state. We recognize it. We enjoy it. It feels great. But what about when it doesn't? I've been in movie theaters before. I like to get there early. You know, I wouldn't want to miss any of the previews. And I've watched people come in and sit down, and then within minutes, sometimes even sooner, they get up and move to a complete different part of the theater. And I don't think that is because the view was not good, or the sound was not good. In current modern theaters, there's no bad seats. But they felt something, and it didn't feel right. In fact, it felt negative, dark. I know that each one of us is a receiving and broadcasting spiritual station. We have our own vibration. And we were talking yesterday about vibrations. We had a mission vision statement committee here yesterday, and we were talking about the term vibration. And we all have a different vibration. Sometimes we broadcast a vision or a vibration of love, this positive energy that flows out from each and every one of us. But other people do not. And that makes us uncomfortable. You know it. You don't feel good around them. You can walk into a room and you can turn around and walk right back out because it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel warm and fuzzy. It's not a center for spiritual living. It's not Circle's Edge. We, on the other hand, are broadcasting warm, fuzzy, huggy, lovey, positive, affirmative thoughts. And that's who we are. So with that, today's talk is titled, You Are a Spiritual Broadcasting Station. And I've added a subtitle, and a spiritual receiving station as well. The outline was submitted by Reverend Michelle Engels, Senior Minister at One Heart, One Mind CSL. I don't know where that is, but I'm sure it's a warm, fuzzy place. We know intuitively, and now from science, that we are vibrational beings. Why are we vibrating? What is it that gives off a vibration? It's because we're made of energy. You know what else in the universe is made of energy? Everything. Everything. Now I want you to try this exercise. Hold up your hand. Can you see through it? No, it's kind of dense. It looks solid, doesn't it? You can't see through it. Yet we know every cell in your hand, your body, is made of molecules that are made of atoms, that are made of energy, and within every atom 96% of that atom is space. Energy, vibration, moving. When you look through an electron microscope, none of those components are solid. Yet we have the appearance of being solid. Everything about you is made of atoms with huge amounts of space in them. Our bodies are energy. So are rocks, walls, oceans, stars, Luna, the moon, which is a good phase right now. Everything is energy. And energy vibrates. That's what it does. We are a literal ocean of motion. Our bodies are always moving. Cells are sloughing off and new ones are growing and being regenerated. So what does that mean to us in our daily lives? Well, again, people are vibrational. Everything you observe with your physical senses is vibrational interpretation. Let's start with an easy one. Your ears, with or without hearing aids. You hear because your eardrum translates vibration. I think we can all get that. We agree with that, right? We've been taught eardrums vibrate, translate vibration. But what about vision? We see because our eyes translate vibration. The energy of light, vibration. Each of our senses translates vibration. Our nose translates vibration. Fingertips. Our tongues translate vibration. But each of the senses work independently of the others. And our physical senses don't tell the whole story. One form of vibrational energy from our bodies is the most potent. Can you guess what form of energy penetrates physical material the easiest? That would be the vibrational form of thought. Our thoughts have energy. Dr. Holmes in The Science of Mind, our textbook, the laws of mind or spirit are not different than the laws of chemistry and physics. Metaphysical begins where physics leaves off. Everything is movement. Everything we can take hold of and analyze. All things in the physical world or the world of form are, in a certain sense, a vibration. And they are an effect. This is the result of an infinite thinker thinking mathematically. I continue to be more and more impressed and amazed by the genius of Dr. Ernest Holmes. Here we are, 100 years of science of mind later, and neuroscientists, quantum physicists are just beginning to study and understand the power of thoughts. And that brings us back to the title of today's talk. You are a spiritual broadcasting station. We're constantly broadcasting into creative law the particular vibrational frequency of our thoughts, our beliefs, and our feelings. Every feeling, belief, and thought has its own natural vibrational frequency. Every one. We attend to ourselves, attract to ourselves the same vibrational frequencies we're tuned into. Much like a radio dial that tunes into a particular frequency. If you look at the verb tuning in radio, means adjusting the radio receiver to receive the desired radio signal frequency. used by a particular radio station. And I'm sure for everyone here it's country, right? Just me. Now, we may be perpetual broadcasters, but God is the original broadcaster. And we tune into that vibrational broadcasting frequency to the degree that we're dialed into it or aligned with it. Dr. Holmes wrote something in The Science of Mind which, when I read this, I couldn't believe it. Because I wrote all of that stuff already, and then I read this. God as first cause is the original broadcasting station, extending its vibration out into all of creation. To the degree that we tune our radio dial into the same vibrational frequency as the original broadcaster, in our thought, belief, and feelings, we demonstrate God's loving vibration in our own lives and ultimately in the world. Vibration, vibrate. Vibration is law in execution. To vibrate may mean to fluctuate, to waver, a moving or swinging to or fro. I'm going to pause the quote. We all use to or fro in our common speech, right? When I was typing that into my computer, it was like, M, from. No, get rid of the M. From. No. To or fro. Okay, back to the quote. We speak of being in vibration to one thought and then another. We mean being in harmony with one thought and then another. The vibration of the book, and he's talking about Science of Mind, is a mental atmosphere of a book. It's what we read between the lines as well as on the lines. We speak of the high vibration of a room, particularly of a room used for spiritual and mental treatment. And we mean the spiritual consciousness which has been engendered here. All phenomena are determined by their rate of vibration. From what we term inanimate to man, the highest of God's creation, all are made of one and only one substance. The difference in the form is determined by the vibration. Let's look at water. Water, ice, vapor are all the same substance, differing only in the rate of vibration. The highest vibration which man experiences is from love. It's the end of Dr. Holmes' quote. That was a long one. So I was wondering how to put this into more colloquial terms for your ongoing contemplation. When you more directly align your thinking, your actions with spirit, you basically become a Wi-Fi range adapter, amplifier. You're extending the signal for others. That's what I'm doing right now. This isn't my message. I'm getting it from spirit. I'm amplifying the signal for each of us who are further from source. Wi-Fi range adapters, amplifiers. So your vibration becomes synchronized with spirit, and each of us rebroadcasts to benefit everyone else. Now, as religious scientists, we understand and intuitively feel that we're unified with the original broadcaster, God. But in today's world of cutting-edge quantum physics, there may be also a desire to think about this in scientific terms. Even physicists whose entire line of work is studying the properties and interactions of matter and energy know about an undefined, invisible force. May the force be with you.
And with
That's
you.
what we're talking about. But most of them don't call it God. Albert Einstein, for example, claimed no belief in a traditional God. But he sure as heck knew there was something a lot more interesting in the cosmos. And that, he said, is all he really cared about. The rest was just details. So all thoughts, beliefs, and feelings have a particular vibrational frequency. We broadcast into creative law the vibration of our thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. And we receive the broadcast from those we're attuned to. And we can tune our receiver to any station, whatever we desire. And we put it out into vibration. Love in all its expressions is the highest vibration we can experience. So how do we create a new vibrational level for ourselves? Well, you may have heard of some of these techniques. Pray, play, meditate, laugh, and laugh out loud. Give, receive. Life's good no matter how big or small. Be in gratitude. Cultivate awe and wonder. I basically just remembered an Einstein quote that said, everything in life is a miracle. If you don't know that, you don't understand. So mentally practice the best case scenario in your life. Have faith. And we all know I'm going to redefine faith. Faith. Feel as if the thing has happened. Faith. Feel as if the thing has happened. We all have to watch where we're putting our attention. So there were these two twin, no, I'm sorry. One day a professor walked into his classroom and he said, students, we're going to have a surprise test. And he walked around and he passed out exams and they were face down. He said, okay, everyone turn it over. And to their surprise and some delight, there were no questions. There was a sheet of paper with a black dot in the center of the paper. He said, your test is to write and describe what you see. So he gave him the full period. Write and describe what you see. At the end of the period, he collected the papers and he began to read them out loud. Not one of the students wrote anything about the white. Everything they did was about the black dot in the center. They all focused on what appeared a black dot. What about the whole rest of life? Isn't that what we do? We focus on the one negative thing we're experiencing. And that was his purpose. He wanted them to think about it. Don't focus on the black dot in your life. Focus on all the rest of the white light around it. We could have health issues, relationship issues, not even family issues. Well, maybe. Everybody has a black dot. And the black dot is very small when compared to everything else we have in our lives. But that's what pollutes our minds. Take your eyes off the black dot. I've mentioned before, when I was really active riding a mountain bike, I'd see a rock in the path ahead of me, path this wide, rock right in the middle, and I knew if I focused on that rock, I'd hit it every time. I had to focus on the path around the rock. Then sometimes I'd miss it. So how do we move from focusing on the black dot to a life of happiness? And I wish Robert was here. happiness, and a life filled with love. The easiest, greatest way to start is with laughter. You know, the cliche, laughter is the best medicine. That's not just a cliche. There's a reason it's a cliche. It's reality. We can change our vibration through the magic of laughter and joy. It really is a major step in changing what vibration we're giving off to the universe. And I'll quote a book. Writer Norman Cousins wrote a book called Anatomy of an Illness. He was suffering from a rare form of arthritis, so painful he could not even sleep half an hour at a time, could not make it through the night. So as you can imagine, life degraded quite a bit. And someone pointed him to the magic and power of laughter. And so he started watching humorous shows, YouTube, things like that. And within a week, he was able to sleep 2 hours at a time. So with this good progress, he decided to really get into it hard. And he dedicated 6-8 hours a day to laughing. And his entire symptoms were gone. Now he was in a position to do something with that, and he went to UCLA and created the Cousins Center for Psychoneuroimmunology, where they study these exact types of things. It's scientific, documented. Laughter is a great medicine. Now I want to mention some of the other factors that you can get from laughter. Boosts immunity, lowers stress hormones, decreases pain, relaxes muscles, prevents heart disease. And here's some of the mental issues. It adds joy and zest to life, eases anxiety and tension, relieves stress, improves moods, can strengthen relationships, attracts others. When you see somebody laughing in a room, aren't you tempted to go over and find out what's going on? It enhances teamwork. Corporations are working hard at stuff like this. Helps diffuse conflict. So I want to give you some suggestions on how to get started broadcasting your humorous side. Maybe a little less fake smile, but a smile. Smiles are contagious, just like yawns are. When you look at someone, practice smiling. Practice with the cashier at the supermarket. People on the street. A lot of people will go, "What was that? Somebody smiled." Maybe not so much in Reno, but other cities. Somebody that serves you coffee in your restaurant. Smile. In an elevator. Smile. Note. Be mindful of what happens. Count your blessings. When you hear laughter, move towards it. People like to share a good story. I know I do. Ask them, what's funny? Most comedians love an audience. Thank you. Spend time with fun, playful people. These are easy steps. Bring humor into conversations or Sunday talks. Mention the twins. Ask people, what's the funniest thing you've heard today? For me, I don't remember unless I've had a drink. That's not true. So, what if you really can't find your funny? Well, we have an expression in our teaching, fake it till you make it. Your body is hardwired, and it cannot tell the difference between laughing at something and just laughing for the fun of laughing. You can laugh without experiencing anything funny. Simulated laughter is contagious. You can make other people laugh. When I was in 4th grade, I had a mean old man teacher. Jeannie, his name was Amos Klingler. Tells you anything. Amos was a sourpuss. And one day, I could not stop laughing in class. And the madder Mr. Klingler got, the more hysterically I was laughing. And then the entire class was laughing because I was laughing. So he sent me to the office, and they were like, "What did you do?" "I was laughing." No, what did you do?" "I was laughing." I got sent to the office because I was laughing. Of course, yeah. He was jumping up and down, hopping mad, and I was laughing, so there was some disrespect there. But the whole class was laughing too, and they were scared to death of Mr. Klingler. It eased the tension in the room, in my mind, and it was flat out funny. So, a Georgia State University found incorporating bouts of simulated laughter into an exercise program helped improve older adults' mental health as well as their aerobic endurance. Plus, hearing others laugh, even for no apparent reason, can often trigger genuine laughter. And so I invite you, find your funny. It doesn't have to include twins Gary and Larry or Barry and Harry, but use them. They're here. You can use them. And so, leaving you in stitches. Okay, I'll settle for a smile. Thank you, most of you. I'll just say it with love, and so it is.
And so it is.
I will offer an affirmation. Mother, Father, Spirit, creator of all that is, I'm so grateful for this vibrational energy of love, caring, sharing, humor. We know these all come from first cause. This comes from Spirit. We love freely, openly. We laugh at ourselves and others in love, with patience, compassion. For life is good, and I accept it just the way that it is. And together we say,
And so it is.